bunch of gamers, one channel, and tons of games. This must be Games and Me. We are the Pixel and Polygon Protection Group, Episode 6 for May 26, 2009. Raidou can kick Pikachu's ass. Hey guys, welcome to the Pixel and Polygon Protection Group. This is Episode 6. So, with me, of course, is Magus. So, how's it going, dude? What a great week it's been, man.
It's going all right. That's cool. What about you?
Oh, man, I picked up so many good games this week. I'm so excited about them. Oh, man, I just want to get right into what you've been playing segment. I have been playing the hell out of Punch-Out for the Wii, my friend.
How is that? Is that cool?
Okay, there are multiple people that are probably going to be disagreeing or agreeing with me, and that is I like the motion controls with Punch-Out, and no, I don't flail my arms around like a freaking retard, trying to pretend that I'm actually punching the people on screen. No, I actually use the Wii motion, and similar to like just flicking your wrist and stuff like that, and that actually works pretty well. And I talked about it extensively on another podcast that we pre-recorded. This is actually being recorded earlier than expected. But, needless to say, it captures the original's feel really, really well. And I am so happy that there's finally a sequel to, like, one of my favorite games on a Nintendo,
The Punch-Out games are awesome. I don't know if you ever got to play the old arcade ones.
No, I wasn't able to.
They're pretty cool because they don't have Little Mac, but it's more like a wireframe avatar.
Yeah.
The arcade versions, and it was Punch-Out, Super Punch-Out, and then we got the classic NES version, and then Super Punch-Out for the Super NES. So, but it was pretty cool because it was more of a wireframe.
Yeah.
And it was more of a first-person, kind of like one of those weird hybrids of a third-person, first-person, where it's really close on the person, the wireframe. Yeah, the first Punch-Out. But I want to try out this new one, and I'll be able to have that option soon.
One of the chief complaints that the game has is that the motion controls and the balance board controls kind of like make it a little bit wonky, but I didn't have a problem with it, honestly. I talked to a friend of mine, and he said he got through the major circuit pretty easily with just the motion controls. He kind of still thinks that it's kind of broken, but considering like how far he's gotten in it, I don't really want to consider it as such. It adds a lot to the gameplay. It makes something familiar different. And my whole thing has always been like, okay, if you really just want to play this Punch-Out game the old way, using the classic controls, dude, they have the original Punch-Out for $8 in the virtual console. Why don't you just get that? You know what I mean? So
yeah, that game's pretty easy to get anyway. So
yeah, either way. So
yeah.
And let's see, what else have I been playing? I have been playing EA Sports Active.
Active? What is that?
EA Sports Active is basically EA's foray into the quote-unquote untapped fitness gaming genre. I didn't know there was a market.
A fitness genre?
A fitness gaming genre, apparently.
Well, after Wii Fit, I'm not surprised, to be honest.
Yeah. But what's interesting about this game, though, it's a very different approach to Wii Fit. Wii Fit is more focused on Eastern ideologies, like stretching and, bending and stuff like that. And, of course, doing some cardio. EA Sports Active is more focused on higher impact, like exercises like jogging, running, and to some degree rollerblading and doing all sorts of these different things. And to me, like, it works better for the American audience. And check this out. The game is basically $60. It comes with a couple of peripherals, and it doesn't use the balance board.
It doesn't use the balance board?
No, not at all. Basically what it does is it uses relative motion of the nunchuck and the Wii to kind of determine what kind of motions you're doing, which is a very interesting idea. So it kind of turns out to be a lot cheaper than Wii Fit, in all honesty. And the only gripe that I have here is that even though it optionally can use the Wii Fit board, it can't use it to weigh you. So it's like, okay, so you have this board that could weigh you in Wii Fit, but it can't weigh you in EA Sports Active. And the second gripe that I have is that the calorie count is an estimation, because obviously it's not connected to, like, your pulse or anything like that. So it's just estimating based off of like the movements of the actual nunchuck and the Wii remote, like that you've burned X number of calories.
That's true. It sounds better than Wii Fit though.
It does sound a lot better than Wii Fit, and to be honest, it's actually a little bit more fun. Because unlike Wii Fit, some of the things in Wii Fit you cannot do with 2 players, which is one of the reasons why EA made the accessories that comes with it, because EA Sports Active, you can play with 2 players, all the exercises and workouts, which is great.
That's cool.
Yeah, I sound like a freaking like gym like trainer now. It's like, yeah, go for it. But no, it's a real fun game.
EA Active. I don't know. It sounds pretty cool. It does sound a lot better than Wii Fit, but I'll be honest, I haven't even you played Wii Fit, so
yeah. Well, Wii Fit has some good stuff, but I'm not gonna get into that here. So, and then of course, Devil Summoner 2. What do you know? I've been playing Devil Summoner 2 quite a bit in between those periods. And I don't know, have you cracked open your copy of Devil Summoner 2 yet?
I have cracked open my copy. I don't know if you seen my anime review for Perfect Blue?
I've seen it, yeah.
Do you know? Okay, so I opened it with the little skit at the beginning.
Oh, that's right. Oh, of course. You wouldn't be able to get to it unless you open it, duh.
Yeah, Raidou kicked Pikachu's ass.
But yeah, I am loving that game. So I don't know. What do you think?
I played like a few seconds of it. Here's the reason why. Persona 4. So it's that same series. So, I mean, I have it opened and everything and such. I just Persona 4.
Dude, you know what's funny is like I love what they basically did in this game. I've talked to a couple of friends who basically said that like once you play Devil Summoner 1, you're gonna hate it because Devil Summoner 2 is much better. But I'll tell you this, like if you ever had a question in your mind, like how would a Shin Megami Tensei game play if it were like a Star Ocean game, this would be your answer because it plays real well, and the AI is pretty decent, I'd have to say.
I played a little bit of it. I played up to this part where I was trading in this temple, like really, and then I was like shooting fairies with a gun and shit.
Yeah.
So, but that's about as far as I got.
Yeah, that's basically the tutorial. Like in the very beginning, they show you like some of the elements of combat and stuff. But it's funny because once you finish all that, that is basically where the differences end. In terms of like just the game system in general. Although like the game is of course very different from all the other Shin Megami Tensei games because it's a lot more investigative and stuff like that. And there's a main story arc and there's subquests and stuff. And of course the structure is a lot different. But in the end, when you start fusing demons, it's just like Persona.
Is the investigative aspect of the game, is it like point and click, I guess?
No.
Or does it have elements of that?
It's just like a regular, Japanese RPG. You basically go around areas and stuff. And then, here's a good example. You're in the first part of the game, it's not really a spoiler. You're basically hired to find a man, and you go to different areas and stuff, and then usually the solutions are kind of like in your face. It typically involves you going to a dark version of that area to complete some sort of either side quest or part of the main quest. And the way that it works is that you go through different sections of Tokyo at the time called Edo, I think. I'm not sure like as far as the timeline goes, as far as the naming. But you go to a dark section of town, and that's kind of like the quote unquote dungeon part of it. And that's where you kind of find some of the things that you need for like to advance in the game. And it's I thought it was gonna get old, but it actually kind of spices it up a little bit. And I like the characters. Raidou is actually a really cool silent type character, as usual, you can change his name, so it'll be your name or whatever name you put. And no voice acting, but it doesn't need it. It's a really good game.
Voice acting is I mean I like voice acting in a game, but I won't take it away from a really good game though.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's more of like a cosmetic plus, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. Did you have any questions about that game? Because it seems like you only played like a first few sections of it.
I played like not even. I think I played the first few minutes of it more likely.
Jesus Christ!